Greetings, greetings, greetings. You know I came on here to drop them Sunday night bombs. How y'all doing? I am well, thank you, Monday. Hola. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Yeah, I know. That eclipse energy is wearing a lot of people out. Y'all like my little curls? Y'all like my little fro? I told you I'm getting ready to lock my hair up, but I got to grow it out for a little bit. So you can see them curls right there, babe. You see them curls, huh? You see that natural hair? Good hair. Don't care. Thank you. Yeah, pretty soon I'm like I can get on my Bonnie Pointer stuff now. I can get on that. I can get on the blowout in the. I let my fro. If y'all scroll, you gotta scroll way down. But you'll see me like when I had the big blowout fro. It's been amazing the past few days. Love you, love you, love you, baby. Sunflower, what you waiting on, baby? Bring your behind. Thank you. It's all that sun energy I'm getting. 2 full moons back to back. We got a blood moon. And y'all need to check out the last post I just put up about that moon for the lunar eclipse. It's a little crazy. And we're in Mercury retrograde, so it's a lot going on right now. And I think that the full moon, it's a blood moon, and it's in Scorpio, which ain't good. Because if you guys know anything about Scorpio, Scorpio deals with the underworld, babies. Greatest time to be alive. It can last up to a year. This does not look like our sun. Well, we have about 4 different suns, and now Nemesis is here. So, actually, I forgot about Atum. I forgot about him. So, Atum. So, actually, we have 5, but Atum got blown out of orbit. Your moon is in Scorpio? All right, so I came on here because there's a few subjects I wanted to talk about. And we got to start having these real conversations about things that don't make sense and things that should make sense, okay? First subject that I want to talk about is that shooting that took place up in New York. Now, if you recall, first, there was a subway shooting that a brother did, shot 10 people. Then, now we're dealing with a situation where we have a racist, and he was supposedly a brother that did this, okay? Nobody got killed. Everybody was injured. Now, all of a sudden, after this, right before this so-called blood moon, lunar eclipse, 10 of our people end up getting killed. That's a sacrifice. And they're doing these things. I'm going to fill you in on a couple of things as to why this is being done. First of all, this is a program. More importantly, the question was asked was, what happened to the guy who did the shooting? Now, I looked at the video. I didn't even want to look at this. I actually stumbled across it by accident. I wasn't even trying to tap into the energy, so I don't like stuff like that. But when I saw the video and I saw how many of our people were around when this occurred, you mean to tell me not one person had a gun to stop this guy from killing all these different people? You're telling me that you got the hardest Negroes on the block. You know our people, we swear we the hardest. We talk shit to each other on a daily basis. We talk about how hard we are. Brothers always talk about how hard they are, right? But then you see something like that happen, and then you're asking what happened to the shooter? Well, let me ask you guys a question, and I want to know if this makes any sense to you. How much sense does it make to expect justice from a people that deliberately and systemically and systematically has set out to destroy us through the laws that they put in place? Okay? Gentrification, zoning. When you try to get a loan from a bank, you can't get it just because of the color of your skin. And it's crazy because you're even being identified by a status and not by the color of your skin, because if you look in the damn mirror, your asses ain't black. That's a political status. And you want to know why these people act the way they do when you are claiming a legal status of dead on a consistent basis. And when you go and you read the article, it says that 10 black people were killed. Black people were killed. Not 10 Americans were killed. Not 10 U.S. citizens were killed. 10 black people were killed. You're not even looked at as a corporate citizen. They're not even classifying us as a citizen. You're not even being classified by the country that you come from. Your nationality is American. They're not saying 10 Americans got killed. They said 10 black people got killed. See, y'all got to see the game for what it is. And this is definitely a game. And the thing that kills me is that this whole roller coaster thing that people like to go through, so I don't buy into the bullshit no more. Let's have a conversation when one of those people come into our communities and that person has been shut down by one of us, when somebody foreign to us comes into our community to try to destroy us. Let's have that conversation. You want to have a real conversation? Let's have that conversation. You guys sitting up here asking what happened to the shooter and I need justice and all this other crap. When has America, white America, ever given a person of color any justice? Why would you expect anything different when they put these laws in place? It doesn't make any damn sense. But yet you Negroes that are so comfortable in your positions are so afraid to get uncomfortable because you might lose whatever, because the truth of the matter is you think you're separate from all this shit. You Negroes think you separate from all of this shit. You think that you're actually separate from everything that's going on, when in fact you are. You are a part of everything on this planet that goes on, and a part of every being on this planet that goes on. Your ass is not separate. That's ego. Now, you Negroes want to sit up here and talk all that shit to influencers and shit like that. You want to get at people because of what they're charging. You want to talk shit and clout chase. You want to get out here and dog people out that have been speaking to you from your own damn community, trying to help your asses out. And then as soon as somebody goes down, or as soon as if you see that someone is taking the L unjustly, more Negroes go out here and talk more shit about the person. That's what the fuck y'all niggas is on. And I'm not here for it at all. What I'm here for is asking the hard questions like, when are we going to start holding ourselves accountable to the fuck shit? That's what I want to know. We ain't got nothing else to talk about if you ain't talking about no real shit like that, because whether or not you guys realize this or not, our community is in some serious trouble, because we got battles coming from all angles now. We got battles from these devils out here. You got battles on the galactic level that's going on out here. You got ETs that's moving against us. You got these white folks that's moving against us. You got all different types of people out here that's moving against us on a regular basis. And you Negroes is acting like you scared or practicing cognitive dissonance. Oh, I don't see that. I'm going to pretend like I don't see. Oh, let me put my head in the sand. I don't want to deal with that. I want to know, how comfortable do you feel a complete stranger coming into your community? How about a complete stranger coming up in your house and dragging your kids out your house, or dragging your wife out your house, or dragging your husband out your house by these damn devils? When are you going to learn? Because a lot of y'all keep coming back to Planet Kai because you don't learn your damn lesson. And this shit's been going on since the days of the Moors, when they screwed our asses up from the very beginning. Way back when. Way back when. Now I'm going to light some asses up tonight. I did not come to play. And the title of this video is called I Did Not Come to Play Part 2. You niggas better get ready, because I'm going to light y'all asses up tonight. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today, because I'm not here to play with none of y'all right now. At all. At all. Accountability and responsibility is what our community needs to be talking about right now. What do I mean by accountability? We need to be assembling some shit very quickly about first of all, don't nobody that don't look like us don't need to be policing us. That's number one. That needs to be shut down immediately. Immediately. And let me tell y'all something. If you don't get the shit together soon, I'm going to tell y'all something. You love that savior syndrome shit. Well, let me tell you what's coming soon. That solar flash is on its way here. A lot of y'all ain't going to make it on this planet because of it. Because Ra's about to irradiate this whole entire planet, but not before. Well, when right now he's Nemesis right now, and Nemesis is here. Nemesis is here. Okay, so you're going to see a whole lot of weird shit going on with the weather. Weird ass shit. You're going to feel like you're not even here. You're here, but you don't know why you're here. You sit up here and shake your head like, why did I even volunteer to come here to this damn planet? I feel you. There was a brother that made a comment about that on one of my posts earlier today, and I felt him when he said that. Why the hell did we come here? And that's the thing. You did volunteer to come here. So I'm going to tell you a story about our fall. Our fall. Our fall was caused by two different things. Several different things, really. Several different things. But let me talk about a couple main ones that I want to point out that was very detrimental to us. When we was on top of our game, and I really want you guys to hear me tell you this story, because I don't know if you've ever heard the story being told in the way I'm about to tell it. Planet Kai was invaded. Okay? There was a time of day where Kai was wide open and anybody could come down on this planet and visit. It was a hot spot. Actually, Planet Kai was the shit at one point in time. A lot of different beings came here and stopped by Planet Kai and then went on about their business. They stop in, you know what I'm saying, just like a ship. A ship pulls up in the port, fills up, does what it needs to do, then gets on and gets to sail it back out in the ocean again. That's exactly what was happening here. You had a lot of different species of beings that were coming here to Kai. They were filling up, they were hanging out, they was chilling, they was exchanging information, etc., and then they would keep going to where they got to go in the galaxy. Okay, that's what happened. Now, I want to be clear about something with you guys. You want to know why the FBI goes so hard on the Moors? Because you guys don't really know who and what the Moors really are. The Moors were gods. And some of them still are. Some of them may not know it, but some of them still are. But I want you to understand something. They were the ones, because we all come from that, they were the ones, we were the ones who taught and civilized these beings that came from planet Nern. We taught them the language. We taught them how to cook. We had to teach them how to stand up straight, because at one point in time they were walking on all fours. We taught them how to take a bath, how to get themselves together, how to get themselves cleaned up, etc., etc. We taught them these things. We taught them everything that they know. Be clear about this. Now, they'll never admit to that, but it's facts. We taught them everything that they know. Regardless if they want to hear it or not, it's irrelevant to me. I'm the messenger. You got a problem with it? Take it up with the Most High. Okay? Take it up there. Now, at one point in time, and if you guys go and you look at some of the older pictures and drawings and things like that, America and many places around the world was very much an advanced, technologically advanced society. But I want you guys to understand something. Right now, we have come out of the fall, and right now, we're now going into the rise. And this is what's got these people scared to death. Why are they scared? Because all those dealings and shit like that they did with them archons, all that shit's coming back to bite them in the ass. And so now let me tell you what the archons are doing. The archons are now visiting people, terrifying people, and all types of shit because they're looking for specific individuals that have specific codes on how they can get off planet Kai, because planet Kai has been sealed up and they can't get up off the planet. Courtesy of the Galactic Federation. Now let me get back to these Moors. So these Moors, after they saw that they had civilized these women, they called themselves falling in love with these women and screwing these women and pillow talking these women. And these women are telling their people what time it is. And then they develop a technology that literally, because you guys got to understand the kind of power that the Moors possessed at that time. They knew the ins and outs of how the entire solar system operated, in particular Kai. They knew how this planet operated. They knew about the realms. They knew what to do as far as bringing the sun in closer, all types of shit. So let me put you up on game. So the Moors was running their mouth. So you guys think that Ra was the first son. It wasn't Ra. That Ra wasn't the first son. It was Atum that was the first son. But what you didn't know was that the Moors had gave out information to those beings. They developed technology and blew Atum out of our solar system. Then came Ra. Now, I want you guys to understand something. We had crystal trees all throughout this planet. Can you imagine walking down the street and seeing beautiful crystal trees everywhere that was tied to our memories? When those trees were cut down by those beings that came and invaded planet Kai, they sought out to cut down all them damn trees. Anything that gave us connection to the cosmos, because they understood how powerful we were. They understood that very well. Now, this is in your history books. These are in your books at the Vatican. The Vatican knows about this shit. That's why all that knowledge is hidden there. All of your esoteric knowledge is hidden there. So when you say, well, I ain't never read in the book, well, Negro, take your ass over to the Vatican and see if you can get in their library and read some of their damn books, and then you'll know. You better get some money. Or you can start going into meditation and start learning on your own and go inward. Because when you go in meditation and you go inward, you can learn all types of information that's not put out there to the public. So for you ragged ass Negroes that say to me, oh, well, ISIS, I ain't never heard that. That shit ain't got nothing to do with what you ain't heard of. I'm not responsible for your lack of reading, your lack of meditation, your lack of not wanting to see things on a higher level. I have nothing to do with that process that you have going on there. But I'll be goddamn if you're going to come over here and disrespect me and the work that I put in on myself and say to me, well, because I ain't never heard of it, I don't believe it, I don't give a shit. Don't care. Now, these Negroes went and gave out all of our secrets to Kai. And these same Negroes are still here today doing the same damn shit. You can't trust none of them niggas that are sleeping in bed with them women. No disrespect, but I'm going to speak truth to power today. You can't trust a single one of them. You see, I want you guys to understand one thing. We were the fall of this planet, and we will rebuild this planet. But we were the cause of why Kai fell, because our asses fell. That's what I mean when I say about taking personal responsibility and accountability. That's some real shit for your ass, because now you have to look in the mirror and say to yourself, what role am I playing in the destruction of my people? And where am I getting this mentality from? Why do I feel so comfortable doing it? It's time to look in the mirror. Let me tell y'all something. All of us are reflections of one another, because we're not separate from one another. As much as you like to think that you are, you're not. You ain't separate from a serial killer. Energy is energy. You're not separate. You're one and the same. So when you come into this understanding and this overstanding of what I'm saying to you, that you are connected to everything on this planet or on this plane. You are connected to everything. If you understand what I'm saying to you, then you'll be able to see the bigger picture. Then you can start really incorporating change. Utilizing your energy and your God power that was given to you that you still have yet to access, because you're still externalizing your power to a spook. Okay? A spook. When you need to be worshiping yourself and praising yourself, and you need to be trusting yourself. For the life of me, I don't know why y'all feel so comfortable talking to other people and asking other people to tell you what you should do. See, me and my camp over on the Telegram, we think for ourselves around here. I don't need nobody to think for me. Did you know how to think for you? I'm not interested in thinking for you. I'm not interested in telling you what to do. I'm not interested in being a leader for none of y'all. Not interested. I'm the messenger. That is it. That is all. I am a messenger for y'all. And I'm something else to others that I'm helping out here. But I'm a messenger to y'all. So I want you to be clear about when you come for me, be clear. I am a messenger. You don't have to agree with the message. I don't give a shit. I need my people to think for themselves. Period. And I'm going to keep driving that home just like I drove that damn shadow work home on y'all. Think for yourself. Because if you had the ability to think for yourself, you wouldn't be so swayed by what other people got to say. People out here are losing their damn minds because of this energy that's on this planet right now. And let me tell you something. That shit you saw that little white boy do up there in New York, let me tell you something. There's more shit like that going on right now all over the damn United States right now. There's more shit like that going on in other countries. Why? Because certain beings can't handle the frequencies that's on this planet right now. It's not for them. They had a certain amount of time to make the certain changes that they should have made. And they didn't do it. And they sat back and they watched their people create havoc for their benefit so they could be comfortable, so they didn't have to go through some shit. What your ass gonna do with some shit now? What you gonna do when that sun comes for you, baby? What you gonna do when that sun comes for you? Huh? What you gonna do? It hurts my people. It hurts me to see my people in the state, in the condition that they're in right now. It hurts me terribly. Because I do have a great love. But I'm going to tell y'all something. We're at a point right now where it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I want to give you guys some information aside from that. Because I want you guys to understand the correct order of things, because you don't know. Because you've been swayed and lied to and deceived so much by people out here that you don't know which way to go. But if you would have went inner, then you would have known. If you'd have felt your heart space, you'd have known the truth when you heard it. you would have known. You wouldn't have been so easily swayed. So let's take it all the way back to the very beginning, when it was just Source. The Source gave me some information to tell you guys, because she said that you guys need to know, because this has been going on for far too long and it's time for things to get in order. So let's start here. In the beginning. First, in the beginning. Okay? Let me tell you the real story. We're not going to talk about the Bible and all that type of shit. We ain't going to talk about Genesis and none of that shit, because this story was cosmic. This shit goes all the way back long before a Bible even existed. Okay? The majority of the beings came from Sirius X from the beginning. Sirius X was the very first solar system, or I should say Zelanthia, was the very first realm or planet that was ever created by Source. The very first one. The first. During this time period, prior to that even being created, Source created 99, she created the first 99 goddesses. The original. The first 9 goddesses are a part of the Council of 9. These goddesses are known as Lunakai. The first original goddesses that were ever created, or gods that Source has ever created, the original Lunakai. Okay, I'm about to drop it. I'm about to drop it on y'all today. Now, from there, after Source created the first 99 goddesses, Source and the first 9 goddesses of the Council of 9 created the divine masculine. His name is Olodumare. Okay? And in Yoruba culture, we know Olodumare very well. We have the Yoruba culture always had direct line of access to the Supreme Being, to Father. We always had that access. Well, and I'm talking about a direct call access. Okay? Now, in the process of them creating Olodumare, then other gods were also created. Goddesses, gods. So then other goddesses started creating other gods and other goddesses, and then it continued to keep going forward from there. But I want to make sure that you're clear about one thing. The divine feminine and the goddess was created first, not the divine masculine. So you were lied to. And it's always been that way. And if you want to get technical about the shit, Source was the first divine feminine and divine masculine. If you want to get super technical about the shit. Now, there are some men on here and they ain't going to like that. But see, you can't move against the natural order of things, baby. You see a bunch of men out here now running around here trying to be us. Trying to move against the natural order of things. Well, you see how that's turning out. Okay? I'm talking about natural laws of the universe. Who taught you to move against the natural laws of the universe? The offspring of Satan. They're the ones who taught you, and you took on their culture. You thought it was cool. Ladies, you thought it was cool for your ass to go out here and get abortions and kill your damn children. In some kind of way, you fell into that as some type of normalcy. Fellas, you thought it was cool to not be a part of take care of your damn families and your offspring when you create them. You thought that was cool. Your ass is out of order. Let me explain to you how it goes in the God realm. Because so above, so below. Always remember that. And there's a bunch of people that's out of order on this planet, especially our people. We are out of order. You want to know why this shit's in chaos right now? Because we dropped the ball. Them damn folks were looking at us because we were the moral fabric of this country. And when we stopped caring and started chasing the material things, that was it for us. When we started selling ourselves out for $1, that was it for us. That was it for us. Now look at the state. And you want to know why they don't care what happened in this, that, and third. You stopped caring. That's what happened. Your ass stopped caring. And when your ass stopped caring, so did everybody else, because the world used to follow everything that we did and everything that we said because they knew that we were the gods. They knew that we were the gods. Everybody on the entire planet knew that we were the gods, but us. Some of you guys don't even know that you are Lunakai. And you've been walking around here and carrying yourselves less than what you are because you fell into some goddamn religion-ass bullshit, had these folks thinking that you couldn't contact the Supreme Being. You couldn't have a conversation with the divine feminine goddesses. You couldn't do this and you couldn't do that because you was less than and you believed that shit. You fell into their narrative that they created for you. You created this narrative. They created this narrative, you fell into it, and then you created a new narrative for yourselves. Because you bought into it. So the very first planet that was ever created was Atlanthia. Then Sirius X. You see, it went backwards. Okay? It went backwards. It started with X and it ended with A. Okay? The God's responsibility was to be the architects of the multiverse or multiverses. They were to create planets. They were creator gods. The divine feminine, the goddesses are also creator gods. But the goddesses don't war. It's very rare that they war. Now, if they have to go there, they will whip your ass and take your ass right on up out of here because they are much stronger. But the gods were there to protect the goddesses and also to create other solar systems and other multiverses and even omniverses. Now, see, you fellas want to get on when you want to talk this shit. Well, let me tell you something. There's something coming for everybody right now. There's something coming for everybody right now. See, I didn't tell you the other parts of this thing. I said the divine feminine is bringing in correction right now to correct some of these men out here. But what you going to do when the gods show up and start bringing correction on you unruly ass, hard-headed ass Negroes? And what you going to do when they bring the correction to these hard-headed ass, unruly ass women? What you going to do then? Because it's coming. You see, it's going to take a guide to put your asses in check and get your ass in order because you've been out of order for far too long. Order will be restored on planet Kai, whether you like it or not. So you can either get with the program and figure out what that order is or get your ass wiped up off this damn planet. I'll holler back. You ain't got to like what I'm saying. I'm just a messenger. And I'm supposed to give it to you exactly the way I'm giving it to you, raw and uncut, the way that you know the realist brings it. There's a reason why I call myself I am the realist to ever do it, even though you niggas love to try to hate. You can't hate on an original. We have to take responsibility for ourselves and we have to get back to we need to go ahead and start healing one another, get into unity consciousness, because there are beings on this planet that has worked very hard to strip us away from unity consciousness. Now, you guys want to say, oh, we're one and the same, everybody's the same. No, we're not, and I'm not going to play that game with y'all. I'm not going to play that game with y'all. I'm not doing it. You see, the people on this planet that cause all the havoc has karma that they have to answer to, and you don't get to skip over that shit, and your offspring don't get to skip over that shit just because you think all is right with the world and you think we all should be unifying. You got a price that you got to pay. That's a very heavy one. Unfortunately, your time is up. You have to pay the price. You know what you did. You know what your offspring done did. You know what your ancestors done did. And you damn sure lived comfortably off that shit. You did that shit. Okay? So it's now time for you to clean up your own mess. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, some of us are not who we are in ourselves. Those people get a pass. because they chose to incarnate as a different being for whatever missions that they had to go on to get things handled. Those people get a pass because they're doing their work. They tried to make correction. They made attempts to make correction. Those folks are good. I'm talking about the folks that perpetuated racism, those who benefited off of racism. I'm talking to you. Your time is up and your time is coming. And you will deal with that son. But that's not the only thing you're going to be dealing with. Our people are at a point where we're about to explode. And if some intervention doesn't come in soon, it's going to take it all the way back to them damn Gullah wars, them tribal wars when them Indians went in on them oppressors and lit their asses up. See, they don't promote that story. They don't make moves about that story. They don't want us getting any ideas. Well, see, here's the thing with that. Every time that Ra blasts something on his planet, he's waking the children up and their powers are coming online. What you think gonna happen when that happens? What you gonna do when my people come for you? Because they coming for you. What you gonna do when my people come for you? Because they coming for you. There's a lot of beings that are already here. A lot of y'all star families are already here and getting themselves in position for this war. It's gonna get a little bit more crazier than what it is right now. You need to be clear about that. It's gonna get crazier and crazier and crazier. As these frequencies continue to keep rising, those who are operating on low frequency are going to go crazy. How many times have you looked on your local news and saw some crazy stuff going on with folks? Can't you see? Look at what's happening. The music industry is getting cleaned up. Don't y'all see what's happening? All these rappers out here promoting death and all that kind of shit. Them chickens are coming home to roost on a whole lot of folks right now. The rap game, the music game, all that shit's going downhill. It's going to change. It's going to transform into something else. That shit's changing. Because don't nobody want to keep hearing about how many niggas you done killed, how many niggas you done murdered, how many bitches you done fucked, and all that shit. Niggas don't want to hear. No, nobody wants to hear about that shit no more. Because at this point, the writing is on the wall. The labels are utilizing you, artists, to promote death. And if you sign a contract, there's some hidden witchcraft in the contracts with them record labels they don't tell you nothing about. And if you don't read those contracts with a fine-tooth comb, so you don't understand how this goes. You sign a contract with a label, you literally sold your soul the minute you signed with them. If they're a major, you literally sold your soul as soon as you sign with them. The only thing you can do at this point is not to fall with their agenda and you'll be good. When you leave from here, you're going to the ancestral realm. You're good. But there's a lot of artists out here that did some dirty ass shit out here. And they did a lot of they participated in a lot of things that they shouldn't have participated in. And now them chickens are coming home to roost and they dropping off like flies. Left and right. And you're going to continue to keep seeing them drop. They're either going to jail or they're getting dropped. Pay attention. They're either going to jail or they're getting dropped. Pay attention. A lot of them going to be up out of here. So what's going to happen is there's going to be one that's going to shock the world. It's going to shock the world. There's one that passed recently. I put him up on my Instagram. There's another one bigger than him. Way bigger. Way, way bigger. And when he goes, it's going to shake the planet. And then that's when it's going to have people looking at themselves saying, wait a minute. Something about this shit is really got me out of whack right now. Let me go ahead and rechange some shit because I don't think this is the energy that I should be pushing. If you're still pushing kill me music, materialism, and all that stupid shit right now in this time period, you're out of here. Any artist that's considered to be big, they're done. They're canceled. When they leave from here, their ass is going to be under the purgatory. And yes, there are dimensions that are below the first dimension. It's called minus. Minus the first dimension, minus the second dimension, minus the third. Yes, that does exist. That does exist. I believe that we like to call that one of the hells. There are many different types of hells. That's one of them. Anybody out here that participated in black magic, rituals, with any type of occult, or anybody out here, these types of covens, these goddamn Masonic niggas, the ones that are participating in shit they know they shouldn't be participating in, or the Brotherhood, the 5-star Pentacles, all them niggas that did that shit, all them folks that did that shit to get their riches, to maintain their riches, oh, all that shit's done. All that shit's done. Some of them folks are actually literally spontaneous combustion right now. Some of these folks are literally disintegrating off the face of this earth, literally as we speak. They're dying. And what they're trying to do is they're creating this transhumanism shit so they can try to keep themselves around a little bit longer. Or they're using cryogenics to try to help them stay alive through this shit. They ain't going nowhere. And let me put y'all up on game about something else. And you guys need to be aware of this and be prepared for it. When that solar flash hits, I told you it's going to be technically 999 degrees, but I'm going to say 1,000 degrees on the planet. Okay? Your body will transform. Some of y'all will survive and some of y'all will not. There are beings on this planet that think that they're going to survive this because they have cryogenic technology that they think that they're going to use against our people. They think them super soldiers they got up on the moon is going to come down and save them. I just got to laugh about that. Is there a way to get out of hell? It depends on what you did. I can tell you right now, you commit any crimes against children, you're never coming back. Never. You will suffer for that whole suffer for eternity thing. Yeah, that's real. I have no reason to play. I don't play. I didn't come to play. Does it look like I'm playing with you? Does this face say, oh, ISIS is playing with me? So I want you guys to be very careful of this lunar eclipse energy. Y'all need to be super careful right now, please. It's anything could pop off, anything could go. Anybody can go right now. The way this energy is right now. I want you guys to be aware of this. Anybody can go at any given time. Well, yeah, the serving from eternity thing is real. I'm not talking about this from a biblical perspective. I'm telling you this from a cosmic perspective. You see, there's things that I know that you don't know. If you would have been listening to me, and if you listened to my lives, then you would understand that I'm dealing with y'all on a cosmic level. And see, some of y'all are so goddamn ignorant, you don't even realize that the stories that were told are actually galactic stories, but it wasn't told to you in the correct way, and nobody knew the correct starting points to those stories, which is why there's been so much confusion. And not to mention shit's been manipulated. See, I understand these things. So when you sit up here and you laugh about shit like that, that's ignorance on your part. For not knowing, because this is some shit that you should have known. Sun blood. I don't even know what you're talking about, fam. I have no idea what you're talking about. Listen, at this stage in the game, what's going to be brought down upon Kaya's unity consciousness, that's what's coming. And those that are not, those who don't want to participate in unity consciousness will not be around. Nobody's going to be, you can't take all of your issues and all of your bullshit to 5D. That's why you're supposed to do your shadow work. Now everybody's in judgment. Everybody's in judgment right now. Everybody's in judgment. I already said a while back, your shadows is being judged. I hope you did your shadow work. Your shadow side to who you are is being judged. You know that part that you like to hide from everybody else? You know the part where you know you're really like an asshole and a piece of shit of a person, but you refuse to go and clean that shit up? You know what I'm saying? And then you project all that extra unhealed bullshit on everybody else? Yeah, that shit. That part right there is called the shadow. You know when you're walking around and all your traumas and all your damn pain and shit like that because you refuse to do anything about it and project it on everybody else and make it seem like it's everybody else's fault because you're in a fucked up ass position? That shit. The shadow. Once you have a semblance of awareness, let me explain something to you. At this stage in the game, I find it very hard now at this stage in the game for people not to be aware of certain things. People do know right from wrong. Let's just say you're not aware of certain shit. But you're aware of right and wrong though, aren't you? Huh? You're aware of right and wrong. That much we know. You still don't get no pass. You still don't get no damn pass. Because you know when something feels right and you know when something feels wrong. You still don't get no pass. Period. (1444) M16 Beach, shout out. What's going on, fam? And I decided to give this live during the time of the actual lunar eclipse. Because I wanted to drive it home to y'all so you guys understand the seriousness of where we're at. Don't worry, there's going to be a few more shockers that's going to come about that's going to really drive it home for some of y'all. But then y'all get it. Right now, y'all still on the fence. Right now, y'all still holding on to this 3D tethered reality when the truth of the matter is, everything that you built your foundation on is about to be shaken up to the core. What you gonna do when Ra comes for you? What you gonna do when the internet gets knocked out? What you gonna do when you're no longer in your luxury cars and shit because that shit got burnt up by the sun? What you gonna do then? What you gonna do when Nemesis shakes your whole world and rocks your whole shit? What you gonna do then? Cause you was living in the days, baby. I wanted to have that conversation with y'all and drop that knowledge on y'all right quick. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something else I'm going to address because there's just certain things that I just don't really care for. I noticed that when our people are down, how people love to embellish in that. How we love to relish and embellish in that. My brother, Rashad Jamal, got locked up. I started seeing a whole lot of videos coming up talking on his name crazy. And that man showed you or told you the truth about a lot of different things. But you Negroes went out here and you talked down on him. You brought up YouTube videos and all type of shit. Let me tell y'all something. See, they only do that with real ones. They don't do that with fake people. They only do that with real ones. But there's karma coming to y'all too. Okay? There's karma coming to y'all. Because see, The people that are coming out and speaking now, and you know the ones I'm talking about, the ones that you actually can resonate with, the ones that have really been putting themselves out there. He's probably learning a lesson right now that he's probably put his life on the line for so many different reasons for his own people. But at this point in time, I guarantee you, he's probably learning right now that probably wasn't smart. Because this right here that we're dealing with, this energy that we're dealing with right now, with these people out here, you see, when the respect started waning away, we started disrespecting one another really bad. We got comfortable to move against elders and disrespect them. See, I came from a different era where there's certain things you just don't do because I was raised properly. I don't know what the hell going on with these folks out here, and I don't know who raised them folk out here. But I'm going to tell y'all something. When the disrespect got to the point to where people just say anything out their mouth, no matter how damaging it is, I knew then that it was a wrap. And see, the way this is going, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, the way this is going, the only way that this is going to be corrected is a lot of you raggedy ass motherfuckers got to get up off this planet. Because you're disrespectful. You don't stand for nothing. You don't fight for nothing. You don't live for nothing. You like death culture so bad, you don't get what you're asking for. And I also want to put another message out here. There is a war right now. Divine masculine against a divine feminine. A major, nasty war, and it's going to get even nastier until certain things start happening, which that shit actually started going in motion already. This is the reason why you're starting to see people getting smacked up left and right. Anybody pushing an agenda that's not unity consciousness will leave from here, and you will see them leave. Just know that wasn't the point. They must not have been pushing an agenda for unity consciousness. Listen to their messages and their delivery and how they were saying it. You can hear love in a person's voice when they're speaking to you, even when they're speaking to you raw. You can hear love in a person's voice. You can hear a person's heart in their voice. You can hear that. Even when they're coming for your neck and digging in your asses because you've been slacking. You can hear that. But if you can't hear the heart when they're speaking, if you can't feel the heart when they're speaking, watch them niggas. Watch them. And that's how you'll tell who's real and who's not. Who's giving you correct information and who's not. It's still your job to do your own due diligence. So don't you dare put nothing as far as your learning and your education on somebody else. You get the information, you meditate, you go inward, or you go try to find books. If you can't find the books, go and meditate. If it resonates with you, you know truth when you hear it. But sooner or later, there's going to be a call that's going to be made where a lot of us won't be speaking to y'all no more. That's what y'all want anyway. We're not going to be speaking to y'all anymore soon. And when that happens, when you don't see me on Instagram no more talking, or Facebook, not Facebook, I'm not on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, YouTube, when you see me stop talking, it's a wrap. You see Rashad stop talking, it's a wrap. You see any other ones that you have respect for stop talking, it's a wrap. Because they got the call. And they said, okay, you did your job now. Now it's time for you to prep. The other folks, you did what you had to do with them. Now they take what you taught them and they utilize it for themselves, or they fall. That's how that's going to go. Because you didn't appreciate us when we were here. Some of y'all did. Shout out to those of y'all who did. Shout out to those of y'all who did. Because you're on your path and your journey to get to where you need to go. Do not allow anyone outside of you to sway you to where you got to be. Because at the end of the day, you came into this world by yourself and you're going to die off this planet by yourself. And at the end of the day, it's your mission. You're on a mission. Some people may accompany you on a mission. Some of them folks going to fall the hell off. Not everybody's supposed to go with you where you're going, fam. Not everybody's supposed to go where you're going. And don't worry, they'll let you know when they're not supposed to go where you're going, because they'll just walk right out of your life or do something really crazy for you to kick them out of your life. That's when you know, okay, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Now, I want to touch on a couple of things. Because it's really amazing to me how it really is so above, so below. It's really amazing. So let me tell you what was revealed to me recently that really had me tripping for a second. But Satan is actually a lunatic. That's how powerful he is. Y'all see that flashing? That's my protection. Be clear. And I'm not afraid to let y'all see that either. Be clear. Who's talking to you right now? Be clear. He was a lunatic, one of the first divine masculines. Olodumare was the first. Okay? His lunatic decided that it wanted to incarnate as an angelic for the experience. That angelic was the top angelic in the angelic realm that was favored by Olodumare and also the Council of Nine goddesses. He was like the little brother that everybody loved, and he was well liked and well respected when he was in Zalathia. Very well loved, very well respected. You know what happened to him? He got bored. He got tired of wanting to be good. I can't make this shit up. He literally got tired, and he wanted beings to worship him. Lucifer was a beautiful goddess. She's also lunatic. She is a goddess. She didn't incarnate into nothing. She remains as a goddess. Was in love with Satan. And Satan's persuasion game was not to be played with. She fell in love with him. He decided to create these beings that you know today as Caucasians or Nern to worship him. That's why so many of them are involved in Satanism. A lot of them are. They ain't gonna tell you that, but they are. Okay? They know who their creator is. They know. Every single thing that you see that happened inside the United States, every Masonic temple, every single dynasty signs, the 5-star Pentagon, all that shit, all that. It's his children worshiping him. That's what he wanted. And he got kicked out of every single star system that he went to. Both him and Lucifer. That's why they run the southern quadrant of our solar system. They said that he was so persuasive that he took 2/3, not just of the angels, y'all. He took gods with him. And other beings and other ET beings and so forth and so on. It wasn't just angels. He took gods with him that agreed to his point of view. 2/3. Your persuasion game has got to be on a whole nother level. Your persuasion game has got to be on a whole nother level. Whenever you start talking about that. Now, you know how they had the Trinity? You got God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost, right? Y'all remember? I mean, you got that. This, the Holy Ghost, the Father, the Son, whatever, okay? Well, there's also a Trinity also on the darker side. Satan, Lucifer, and then the devil. That does exist. Okay? I didn't think the nigga existed. I didn't believe that shit. You couldn't tell me nothing until it was explained to me how this thing works. What the Trinity actually really was and what it was really about. Again, they're not going to tell you the truth in the Bible, because that's not what that's for. That's designed to keep you stupid, dumbed down, and retarded, and have you going around in circles and all that other crazy shit and falling on the floor and shit and all types of shit like that, acting like a goddamn fool, like you got a damn demon in your ass and you need exorcism. That's what that shit's for. Okay? So, you have those in place. Lucifer was a beautiful goddess and everybody loved her. Until she decided that she was going to side with Satan. So she made a conscious decision to do that. Now, ladies, how many times have you gotten with a man that was persuasive? That nigga smelled good. Oh, he got a Bentley. Or he got a Mercedes. He got this, that, and the third. He got the material things. He got money. He got this. He got that. Ladies, how many times have you fell for a man like that, or a man that you perceived to be like that, and you went ahead and you fell for his agenda? But then what happened was you got in too deep. See, that's what happened with Lucifer. Lucifer got in too deep, y'all. She got in too deep. She couldn't come out of it anymore. So she accepted her position. And Lucifer was not the first woman that went against Adam. Y'all gonna have to stop that bullshit talking, because you don't know what you're talking about. I really hate to do this to y'all, but y'all gonna have to stop with the bullshit. See, I'm gonna start checking y'all when y'all come out here and say dumb shit that ain't true. I'm gonna check you on it, because you're still reading from some book that has been manipulated. So that shit you just said, none of that shit's right. None of it. Okay? Oh, Adam, they took the rib from Adam and gave it to Eve and then created Eve. Negroes, don't you know cloning when you hear it? Whose story do you think that really is they telling? Do you think that's your story they're telling? Huh? My melanated people, do you think that that's your story that they're telling? That part right there, do you think that's your story that they're telling? They took the rib from the man and created one man. So then every man on this planet that ever existed that was born from a woman, explain that. You're saying at that point that, okay, this is what happened at the beginning. And then after that, because she ate the apple and shit, God said that she was going to have children and she would be in labor pains and so forth and so on because of that. Do y'all really believe that dumbass shit? Do y'all really believe up them fairy tales and hoaxes and shit they telling you in that damn book? Does that logically even make any sense? After I just told you, Negroes, who was created first? It's always been that way? You damn right it don't make no damn sense. And this is the shit that I'm talking about. This is shit that I'm talking about. Oh, I'm going to believe this shit. Because these dudes don't want to let up. Because they don't understand their position and their role and what they're supposed to do. But the guys will be here soon enough to teach you. You're going to learn what your role is. And you're going to get back to being the protector that you're supposed to be and the creators that you're supposed to be. And you're going to learn how to respect the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is going to remember and learn how to respect the divine masculine. Period. Because as of right now, both of us are screwed up in the game right now. Ain't nobody above that. But what you're not going to do, what you Negroes not going to do, is you're not going to speak crazy against the divine mother who birthed your funky asses. Because without the woman, your ass will not exist. That's what you're not going to do. Because let me tell you something. You don't want the mothers to bring chaos on your ass. Just to bring correction for you get the picture. And chaos is not evil. Chaos is chaos. Evil is evil. Be clear about what I just said. I don't want this shit to go over your heads. And I understand that you're tired of masculine black women. And stop calling you women black women. We're native indigenous. Ancestors told me to tell y'all get that shit right. I understand that you're tired of the women operating their divine masculine. I don't even like that shit. I'm a Leo. I'm fiery. With the Aries rising, I am fiery as hell. But I'm still in my divine feminine. And I do understand where you're coming from. For the brothers who have a problem with that, I understand that, and I respect you, and I understand where you come from. And I love you all, and I hear you. And I love my sisters out here too. Respect goes both ways, be clear. Respect goes both ways. And we have to heal ourselves to get back to where we're supposed to be at. You can't worry about another race out here. Not right now, not with the conditions that we're in right now. You can't worry about that. Get your shit, get your family together first. Get your family straight first. And then we'll deal with the other shit later. Later, down the road later. Women, you got to stop moving against your men so crazy. We were placed in a position, and you need to see the game for what it is. We were placed in a position where we had to take care of households because our men weren't there, because they were either locked up or they just gave up for whatever reason. But we have to fix our shit. We have to have better parenting skills. We need to take our time and get to know one another again the way that we used to back in the day before we decide to go down a road with someone. And you need to get off this social media and don't let social media's narratives dictate your life in real life, because there's a lot of that going on too. There's a lot of social media narratives that people are buying into. But if they took a step back and just kind of looked around them as far as what they're dealing with in real life, they'll realize that a lot of this, 50% of this shit ain't even accurate. But you have to be careful about the narratives that you fall into. Because these people are constantly creating narratives for you to fall into. Realities for you to fall into that has absolutely nothing to do with you. So you've been going outside yourselves. You've been going outside your own people. You've been taking on other ideologies and things like that. But you're not healed as a race of people to even consider doing that. You're not healed. We have to become whole. Now, how many of you guys saw that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? How many of y'all seen that? Y'all see that? Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? Who's seen it? Yes, healing is necessary. Shadow work is necessary. Yes. I don't need to down my brothers to get a point across to them if I see them screwing up. I will check them in a heartbeat, but I'm not going to down them. I'll point out the errors of their ways, but I'm not going to down them. It's all about your delivery and how you speak to people and how you come across to people. Okay, so for that Doctor Strange Multiverse, you know, I find it very funny to me. Like, Doctor Strange is not a movie. It is a documentary. This multiverse is a documentary. You watch that to get your information. And then discern and go inward and see what resonates and what doesn't. Marvel is basically landing on a line for everybody. Because Marvel ain't doing nothing but telling all of our damn stories. That's all Marvel's doing. They're telling all of our stories. You guys have no idea the amount of access of information that they actually have about us. And that's why they keep telling our stories and feeding it back to us. They're trying to get you to wake up. They're telling you about you. Avatar, they told you about you then. Remember the ancestor tree? I think that was crystals. Remember that? Remember when they showed at the beginning the invasion? And how they were looking for this particular mineral? Remember that? And we were invaded by the Nernians as well. Because they were so unruly, Satan kicked them off damn Nern. Now imagine that. Imagine your ass being so damn unruly that your creator kicked your ass off the damn home planet. Let that shit sink in. And that planet was created specifically for his experiments. But imagine being so unruly that your ass got kicked off your own damn planet and you're a nomad everywhere your ass go. You can't go nowhere in the goddamn solar system because you're so damn destructive. This shit, Kai is the Nernians' last hope, y'all. Be clear, because they can't leave our planet Kai. They ain't going no damn where. Listen, anybody trying to tell you that they got off planet Earth, that's not happening. All the portals been shut down for any of them to get up off this planet. And Archons, them niggas ain't going nowhere. They're looking for people who got the codes in them to help them get off. They ain't going nowhere. The shit's sealed up. They ain't going nowhere. They were here a little bit too long and did a little bit too much damage. Their asses is here. And they ain't going nowhere. And they're going to face that wrath. They're going to catch that heat. And for all them powers that be that think they going to survive because you got all this fucking technology and you're hiding your ass inside them goddamn inside them caves and shit. Good luck with that. That ain't gonna go the way you think that's gonna go. That's not gonna go the way you think that's gonna go. Because see, the one thing that you're not counting on is you're not counting on the fact of Gaia. And if the guy decides to collapse your whole shit, it's a wrap for all of y'all. If she decides to shake the shit out of all them underground facilities, it's a wrap for all of y'all. It ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. You're not gonna be able to run, and you're not gonna be able to hide anywhere. You got to pay the piper, babies. And you're gonna pay the piper. You got your short little bit of time. But keep watching that sun, because Ra's showing you signs. And now that Nemesis is here, we're gonna start there first. I hope you guys are stocking up on your food and shit. See, what they're trying to do is they're trying to play it off and make it seem like it's all man-made shortages. Yes, they're doing that silly shit. They're doing that stupid ass shit. But see, they want you to think that they're all powerful when there's nothing more powerful than what's on this planet right now. Them damn archives are trying to get off this planet. All the beings that created havoc that they made deals with are now trying to get off the planet, and it is serious right now. If you got children, and your children are coming to you telling you that they're scared to sleep in their room, and that they're scared to be by themselves, they're being visited by archons, probably because they got codes or key codes to get up off Kai. Y'all better protect your children, big time. When people start using umbrellas or extra stuff to cover themselves from the sun, that's the sun. Yes, the sun isn't going anywhere. Yeah, that's not happening. And also, just so y'all know, like, kill that bullshit ass Bill Gates narrative. That's just nothing but a narrative, and his ass is AI and a psyop. That ain't even him. That's just deep fakes and all kinds of shit. AI, psyops, whatever the hell you want to call it, that ain't even the real him. That nigga died back in 2013. Okay? So this clone or this AI shit you see going around, talking and all that kind of shit, yeah. Don't worry about that. That's just for show. Don't worry about shit they talking about on that fake ass media. That's just for show. Because this shit's over with for real. How do you protect your children? Well, y'all not ready for this. Y'all not ready for this. See, that's why I told y'all to go to my Telegram, because there's certain things I will not do on Instagram that you need to go to the Telegram for. Link is in the bio. Get your asses on the Telegram, and then I'll show you what you need to know. Y'all remember when I used to take my magic wand and I would wave it and then I would blitz y'all and y'all would get some money and y'all would be hitting me up like, yo fam, that shit is crazy, I appreciate you, I gotta look this, that, and the third, and I stopped doing that. Remember that? Oh, you ready? The Telegram link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. I didn't say nothing about no ritual. Take your asses over to the Telegram channel, but I'm going to let y'all know right now, my folks over at Telegram are not going to play with you. They've been with me for a minute, and they are very well versed, very well knowledgeable, and they take their shit serious over there. So if you're coming over there with some antics and shit like that, you'll get your ass booted up off that channel before you have a chance to blink. I got a lot of admins on that channel, and they will knock your ass right on off of there. And don't come ask me, hey, I said I got kids. They ain't got shit to do with me. You should have been respectful on the channel. The vibrations over there is high, so don't come over there with that stupid shit. Don't come on my channel talking shit about my fucking services. Don't do that ignorant ass shit. Your ass gonna get blocked. Don't do no shit like that. I ain't got nothing to do with your low expectations of yourselves. That has nothing to do with me. Okay? Don't project your shit. Don't project your state. And don't go out here and speak for a bunch of people that you don't know. Talking about they can't afford it. No, nigga, you can't afford it. Say that. Don't go out here and speak for, oh, you're taking people's money. Then hold somebody by their damn arm and have a gun to their head and say, purchase my damn services. Get your silly, goofy asses off my damn shit. I run 3 goddamn companies with goddamn 3 staff. I'm 50 goddamn years old. Who the hell your ass think you talking to? Goddamn childish ass goddamn kids wanna come out here and talk shit. You little broke ass niggas wanna come out here and talk all this shit and you don't know nothing about me. All you know is what you see on this damn screen here. The hell wrong with you silly ass Negroes? I'm mad because I can't afford your services. Well, here's the thing. If you would have asked me, I might have worked it out and did the payment plan. But now, since you got on the bullshit, find somebody else to help your ass. And they gonna make me know that you ain't gonna, ain't no monkey stopping no show over this way. Listen, I've been doing this shit too long. Been doing this shit too long. Been established. My friend knew who none of you niggas were. So you don't have the right to come on my house and talk to all this service work, that service work. Nigga, you just mad because the way I got my shit set up, no, nothing I do will ever help you. That's the way my shit is set up. When I'm doing energy work to help people, my shit is set up specifically to not work for anybody that moves against me, those who move against human consciousness, those that are disrespectful, those that ain't trying to take shit seriously, ain't shit gonna work for you. I got it set up just like that. But those who I have helped that it has worked for, they know. They're on this channel right now. They're on this live right now. And they'll tell you what time it is with me. But I don't owe none of you Negroes no explanation. They'll come on my page talking shit. Listen, see, that's the problem. See, our people want to fuck up out here and then expect somebody else to clean the shit up for free. No, I'm not responsible for the stupid ass decisions that you made with your life. I ain't got nothing to do with that. See, that's the shit that you got to clean up for yourself. That's the kind of karma that you need to clean up for yourself, baby. All the mistakes and bad decisions that you made in this lifetime, you are solely responsible for. All I can do is give you a shadow workbook, honey, and tell you go to work. Now, the karmic cycles that you don't know nothing about from your past lives, oh, that can be cleansed. But the one you're living in this lifetime, I can't do nothing for you, honey. You got to clear that up yourself. For all you confused ass niggas that was talking shit about me. The Orishas are here, baby. Let me see who's putting in a request to be in my video and see if it's worth it. There none. Hi, ladies. Okay, some ladies getting on here. Nah, don't play with me. I ain't got time for the games. Y'all ain't gonna drive me crazy. Best shadow work recommendations. Best shadow Jesus. There's a book called Momentum. It's on Amazon.com. Oh my goodness, what is the young lady's name? I interviewed her on YouTube for that book that she put out, that shadow work book. It's a really dope book. Go support that sister because she wrote the book. Also hit up Miss Boss Lady. She has a shadow work book that she just wrote, and you could get it directly from her direct. Miss Boss Lady, I think that's her name, Boss Lady or Miss Boss Lady on Instagram. Are you on here, girl? Keisha, you on here? Usually Keisha be on my lives. But there's two sisters that wrote a book, but Momentum is definitely one that stands out. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of the books and post them on my Instagram as well as my Telegram, so that way you guys will have access to them. And I do want you to support them because both of them are sisters. Oh, you have the book? Yes, it's a good book. Yes. That's what I'm trying to, at Mon or More 94, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it MS, I think it is. I think it's MS Boss Lady. I'm down here in Mexico. I'm in a different timeline than y'all, babies. Gratitude to all of y'all. Link for the book, baby, go to Amazon. Yeah, Quinn Barber, thank you. The book is called Momentum, and the author is Quinn Barber. Okay? That's a sister right there. Love her to death. That's my baby right there. But she did a damn good job with that book. I mean, shit, I went through the damn book myself. And I've done shadow work many times and I stay doing it. That ain't something that's going to change. You'll be healing for the rest of your life. Okay? Because just when you think you have some stuff figured out, there's something will come along or trigger something else that you thought that you didn't got over. So then you got to go back and rework on it again. Like, damn, I didn't deal with that part of it. I dealt with this part of it. Okay. Okay? Spirit came and told me I need to move out there. Well, come on, baby. You're not going to find any information about Zalathia, baby. That's some stuff you're going to have to get whenever you go into meditation. They're not going to put that out there like that. Unless myself or Rashad or others who do know about it, we decide to start writing a book about it, you're not going to find no information about Zalathia. All right, so check this out. I'm done. I had a good time with y'all. Okay? I'm back. Stronger than ever. My ancestors got my back. My spirit team got my back. My family got my back. My loved ones got my back. And they helped me get through my process. They helped me get through my process. Thank you very much. Try Mexico City. Try Playa del Carmen. Try Tulum. There's all kinds of places. Just take a look at, just do your research. Do your due diligence and research. All right, make sure y'all check me out. I'm also on TikTok now. I've been real leery about that damn app. It's like I'll do shit like download TikTok, right? Put a video up and then take the damn app off the phone. That's how paranoid I am about that damn app. I don't like. They asking too many damn questions. They doing too much over there with that app. They doing too much. Nah, it's okay. But listen, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Super Brother Soul J. Thank you very much, Kaz Fifi. Thank you, baby. Gratitude to the primordial mothers. Ashe. All right. I'm going to holler back, y'all. Peace and blessings.